guys, Tobin here from SnapToCover.com. I just got back from Gencon 2015. I was out there with the Megacon Games crew, running some demos of Recon. I ended up doing about 48 demos over the course of 4 days. So I got to see the game in true fashion. Got to see a bunch of different play styles from a bunch of different people. Get to see how the mechanics change from game to game, and I can say that no two games were exactly the same. So if you get Recon and you only had one of the boxes, you'll still have a ton of replay value. I was trying to see how it compared to something like Zombicide, and how, like, if you played a lot of games, how it would kind of change, and it was different. This was with the same characters on the same map. They don't have the tiles, so it's just a vinyl map, so that was static. And with the same mission card. So you've got 10 mission cards in the pack. You've got, the ability to change all the tiles, and if you don't like playing it as EU, you can switch over and play it as CCC. So the amount of replayability in this game, if that's a word, I might have just created that, but we'll go with it. It is astronomical. It's crazy. There's so much there. So without further ado, let's jump on in and see what a full demo of Mercs Recon is like. All right, so to start things off, we're gonna flip the card. If the Mercs, so basically what this is gonna do is move these heat signatures around. We don't know what they are. They could be a worker trying to leave on a Friday. It could be a security guard. It could be another special forces Merc. So we'll find out as we get into line of sight of these guys as we move around the map. Actually, let's start by putting all of your guys in the entryway. And it doesn't matter where you are. Each area has a capacity. So as long as it's not full, you can move into that area.
How many players can you play up to?
Up to 5. Yep. You can play even as a single player. You play as all 5 characters. So it plays that way too. If the Mercs are within 3 areas of black, which they're not, so we don't have to do that portion, then we go to blue. Blue agents move 2 areas towards orange. So on each of these areas, you have a circle. Half the circle is white, which means white directions are this way, and orange directions are this way.
This would go 1, 2.
So not necessarily. They have a capacity, they have an armor value, and they have health, because you can still destroy them. So we can start here. So there's a wall here, so he would have to move into that one on orange, but now he has the option of going into either office. So the way we resolve that is we're going to roll 1 yellow dice, and if it's a burst, then he will go into that office.
I see.
If it was a non-burst, because the symbols are non-burst, he would go that way.
Okay.
So that's how that works out. So that guy's done. We'll do this one. So you can go here or here. So roll a yellow dice.
Okay.
And he will go into there. And then because it's orange and orange are both on walls, he'll stay put.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think this guy has to go here. He has to go in here for the first one. But then he can go back in the server room out in the hallway. So if you roll that, we'll see what happens.
Backtrack like they're moving around.
Exactly. So running in the server room, checking his desk, checking the server.
Which he does.
No, he's already done. He can't move anymore on orange, but this guy will move back into the server room. So now this one can go either way, so we'll roll for him. He gets a burst, so he goes this way, and then he can't go into the wall, so he goes to this desk. Then we're going to go on to red. So red disc move 1 area towards orange, so he can go here or here. So we'll roll to see where he goes, and he will go that way. This guy, it's on orange, so he has to come out in the hallway, and it's only 1 area, so he's done. Here. That guy has to come out. He has to come out, and he has 2 options. So you can roll a yellow dice, and he will go this way. And then, because he can't go that way, he has to come.
Just 1 spot.
Just 1 spot, that's right. Good catch. And then black agent disc, don't move at all because it says they're stationary. We start on security level 1, and this says if security level 2 or higher, so we don't have to worry about a penalty for security level. So that was the movement of the blips. Now it comes to be our turn. So it's all based on priority.
So, leader, you'll get to go first.
Do we have a
You are
doorway?
there. The doorway's right there.
Okay.
One thing that you also have, you all have a special item. Your special item is a scanner. It lets you scan through walls to find out what objectives are.
What objectives are? All right.
The only other way to find out what an objective is, besides reaching into the room and maybe having it be what you want, is to find special workers like scientists and administrators, capturing and then questioning them to find out what they know.
So for my movement, I would move 1.
Yep.
And that puts me here.
Yep.
I can activate the scanner.
So for 1 more CP, and then flip that over, and it's a safe. So it's not the terminal we're looking for.
Okay. Do I want to go out into the hallway or let one of you do that? I'll let one of you guys step out.
All right. So if you're done, then it'll go to my turn, and I will take your lead and jump out in the hallway. So I spend 2, and now we're gonna flip an event card, and we'll find out what everything turns into.
Okay. Security level 1, yeah?
Correct?
So blues are workers, red is a worker, and black is security force 2.
Okay. So security force 2 are shotguns.
What's our range of for line of sight?
Unlimited line of sight as long as you're in a hallway. Doors are closed, so you won't be able to see into those.
So if it's unobstructed, you can see all the way down.
Yep, in both directions. So basically there's a worker here, a worker here, and a worker here. So blue workers don't tell you anything, but they do clog up space. And if you ever get to 8 workers, security will start jumping an entire level instead of just by 1 tick. If you destroy part of the level, the 1st, 3rd, 9th, and 27th tile that you lay out, hopefully you never destroy 27 tiles in the demo, but it'll jump up 1 whole level on that. So there's ways that it can really, the more aggressive you are, it'll really start escalating quickly. So one thing I can do is I'll spend 1 more CP to move up, and then I will spend another CP to capture the worker. That takes it off without hurting it. So basically just tie him up and lead him to the side. So that's
Can
going to
we
be
bounce back and forth?
no.
You do
So
a little, I do a little.
it's all one person, the next, and the next. So Shock Trooper, you're up now.
Okay.
This dude.
Yep.
Yeah,
right
move
there.
me into the hallway.
Okay.
1,
So that's
2.
2.
And so the range on your weapon is 2. So you would have to move 1 more if you wanted to try and engage the security guard there.
There's a worker there.
Can you
So
shoot past?
you can shoot past the worker.
Okay.
So we're actually skilled.
Yep.
We can aim. All right.
You wanna know that?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll
Okay.
take him down. All right.
So then what you're going to do is you can pick if you want to spend 1 CP to attack or 2 CP. And that's going to change the dice you roll. Every success on a black dice is going to damage everything in the area, including the area itself.
Well, I'm going to go with focused attack first.
Okay, so you spend 2 CP,
1, 2.
and you're going to roll 6 yellow dice.
That's a lot. I need to find that character.
6. And you get 4, was it 3 black dice?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That would be this enemy, correct?
Correct. So he's got 3 health, 1 armor. And you're also, at the end of this, you're actually going to be able to roll an extra yellow dice because our corporate ability, we're in the same area, allows an extra yellow dice. Okay. So you get 1, that was a part of it. 1, 2,
So I
think you need extra yellow dice. Yeah, there you go. Cool. So you got 4, and you got an extra yellow. 5, cool. So he'll take 5 damage total. Even if he were to succeed on his armor check, basically you'd roll that, and if it came up as that, he would be able to negate 1. Still would kill him. So he'll go into the casualty pool. And then if you can hand that disc, that'll appear right there on the first level. So now instead of it having a capacity of 3, it now has a capacity of 2. So only 2 people can stand in here, but they get armor, so they can hide behind the rubble a little bit. And it has a health of 2 now. So if we do 2 more damage to it, it'll flip over and become even less occupied. Yep. Because it's the first one on the table, we're going to jump up to security level 2. So the world just got a little bit harder for us. So it's the first time that there's a tile on the table. It'll jump up. So you kill them off. If you want, you can spend your last CP to move, or you can stay put and save it for next round.
I'll just save.
Okay.
All right.
Medic, you're up.
So let's have a look. So we want to get around to here. Should I grab those workers on the way, or?
You might not need to. Right now there'll be more of us, so they'll cower down. They won't try to flee the building.
Yep.
So you could just go for the objectives. So we've got objectives here, and there.
Okay. So maybe I'll try for this one, yeah? So 1.
No door.
Oh, I can go through here.
Yep.
So 1, 2.
Door.
2. Yep. It's only these are the areas that are doors. The black shadowy areas are walls.
All right. Sorry.
So you go 2.
Yep. Then 3,
Yep.
4.
Now we won't be able to go in there because it has an objective.
Okay.
We'll have to do a breach and clear and enter rooms that have objectives.
Then 5.
If you wanted to, you could capture her and then
Yeah.
wait to see if the leader scans the room
Yep.
to find out if it's what we need.
Okay. So I'll capture her then.
Okay, so that's
So
another
another
one.
one.
All right, she's gone. And
That's me done, really.
all right, so everybody's gone. The worker, if there were less of us, she would try to flee the building. But right now, if there's more of us, she's going to just stay put and cower. We'll pull these off. So now we're going to adjust the priority track.
All right.
So you spent a little less CP, so it's going to go down by 1 to 2. I spent a lot of CP, so mine's going to go up by 2. You spend a lot, yours is going to be right up there with me.
And me as
And
well.
yours up 2 as well. So you go to 3. So things changed a little bit. Instead of being first, now you're in last place.
Does that respond?
And then this is going to go back by 4. So you can adjust your CP back up, give you some more actions to do this turn. We have a casualty. So the casualty we're going to roll dice for to see how this goes up. It's security force 2, so we're going to roll that. And it's not a success, so this does not go up.
Nice.
That will come off the board, and we're back to the start of the next round. So we're going to flip a movement card, find out what happens. If there are any red agent discs within 2 areas of a Merc, there aren't, so we don't have to worry about that. Blue agent disc move 2 areas towards orange, so it has to go there and then it's stuck. It has to go here, and then it can go either way, so we're going to roll a yellow dice. This is going to go this way, and then this guy can go either here or here, so we'll roll a yellow dice. He goes this way, and then you can go back in the room or not, so let's roll another yellow. And he will come back in the room. He's stuck, and that's all the blue guys. Oh, we got one over there, but he's stuck.
Okay.
Yeah, you did that.
And then reds will move 2 areas towards white, so you can go here or here. So we'll roll.
If red is within 2 spaces of,
Yeah, so this is the initial movement. It's like a special condition,
and then there's
and then each one moves individually after.
Okay. So 2 towards white.
Yep. So roll yellow again, and it goes this way, and then again, roll it this way. All right, and then this one. So if you want to roll a yellow, you can go either way. You'll go that way, and then again, one more time.
All right.
Nope.
Okay.
And what else we got? We got
Black
black.
agent discs move 1 area in orange.
So he has to go here, and that one's already gone. And then at security level 2, which we're at, 1 black agent disc appears in 3 adjacent offices at building's edge. So we'll get to pick which office we want it to go into.
That corner.
We'll say this one over here. All right. So
We're being sneaky.
exactly. So the corner offices all get one black disc. So that's all the movement for the blips. And now it goes back to our turn.
All right.
So it's between us. If you want, you can go first.
Those offices are connected, so there goes any sort of plan I have for being sneaky. Alright, so I don't want to.
So this is kind of difficult because we don't know what's in that room. So we don't know if we want to try and enter it yet or if we want to wait until you come up. If we wanted to, we could all basically hold our turns and let you spend your actions to
Or
come.
even just get around the corner.
Yeah, we can protect around the corner if you want to do that.
Yeah, we just go around the corner.
Okay. That'd be that guy. So 2.
Does that hamper movement at all? Or is it...
So it's got 2, so we can still move through it, but if someone else stops there, you won't be able to get into scan. So that's just something to be aware of.
So that's 1 down by 2. Anybody else?
I can wait.
So my guy will, he'll go 1, 2, 3 to there. I'll hold the corner a little bit.
You want to wait there?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's not more for authentic stuff?
1, 2, 3, 4, and this for 5.
Yep.
Open turn.
Nice. All right, so we found the objective. So now we can do a breach and clear event. If we want, even right now, we can actually still do it.
Would everybody go in?
We need 3 people within proximity. So we've got people in proximity right now that are adjacent to us. So we basically need, so this can only hold 2, and then we've got the other 2 outside. So we're
So
all
as long
in the
as
area.
you're within 1 unit of...
Yep, as long as you're all kind of together. You fill this up as much as you can, and then anyone else spills over to the other sides. So the way this is going to work is we have to spend 7 CP collectively to get to do the breach and clear. I've got 2.
I've got 5.
Okay.
Got 1.
Okay. And you've got 1. So if you want to do 4, and then the rest of us can spend 1. That'll slip us in, and now we go to the breach and clear phase. So this is basically a dice race. To see who can do more damage than the others. The mission card says that we fill every slot. It doesn't mean that we're actually fighting against these individual guys, but the slot that they hold is what dice they're going to roll back.
Okay. So the figure doesn't matter as much as just the location they're filling.
Exactly. So it'll be shock trooper first. I'll come in second. Medic will come in third, and then the leader comes in fourth.
Well, how is that? Oh, because
Based on the priority track. So the dice color that they're, so they basically, the circle that they're in determines what color they add to the enemy's dice pool. So they'll have 3 red, 4 yellow, and 2 black. The number that they're standing on means how much damage we have to do in order to remove them from the room.
Okay.
Which will reduce their dice pool.
So once we get to 6, that guy goes, at 8, this guy pops
So
up.
yeah, when we're at 6, 4, and 2 would all be gone. We're trying to basically get enough damage to remove everyone from the room. The one thing we have to watch out for, black dice, like we saw there, damage the room. If we do 10 collateral damage to the room by rolling successes on black dice, we destroy the terminal, we lose the intel, and we lose the mission.
Okay.
We also lose if the red icon makes it all the way to 20 before we get to 18.
And that's how much damage they're doing?
So that's how much damage they're doing. And then afterwards, if we succeed, which I hope we do, we'll take damage based on how far they got up the track. But we'll be able to roll some armor to try and stop it from actually hurting us.
Okay.
So to start things off, Shock Trooper, you're up. So you get, everyone has to use their sweeping attack, but you can modify it with your breach and clear ability. You roll 5 black dice, which can be dangerous because there's only 10 there's only 10 damage we can do to the room. So if you roll success on all 5, you're halfway up. It might be worth it though, because you got right now the damage is at 0, so you can't destroy the room this turn. But you're rolling 9 dice, so you might want to do that.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Go for it.
So.
And then,
What's the breach and clear ability?
Breach and clear, so let's say he does roll all 5 black dice. If he were to go again, he would basically have the chance of destroying the room. He has a smoke grenade that he can use, and when he throws that down as his action, the enemy doesn't get to attack back.
Nice.
So they can't do damage to the room, and he can't do damage to the room, so it's more of a safety measure there.
okay, that's 5 black dice.
So you get 4 yellow dice, and we get our tight ability, so you're actually going to get an extra yellow dice. So that's your massive dice pool. So 10 dice total.
Lots of armors.
So we get 5 damage total,
One over here.
and only 1 there. So that's
Not
good.
bad.
Not
Nice.
bad at all.
How many in here now? We're no longer using.
No CP, and we don't have to keep track of our shots at all.
Okay.
Because we're at 5, 2 and 4 will be off the board. So now they're going to attack back. They get 4 yellow dice, and they're going to get 3 red dice. So you'll roll those and see what they do back to us.
Did you put that Recon mouse in
It's in the back room. So they do 3.
3?
Right? 1, 2,
yellows,
3.
2 reds.
Oh, 4. Okay. So they've done 4 to us, and now I'm up. So I have, let's see, do I want to do this? So my breach and clear, I can sacrifice my red dice, which has a chance of hitting 2, to reduce the number they're standing on by 1. I think I'm going to just roll it. So I get 3 yellow, but I get a 4th one because of our tight roll, and I get a black dice. So we'll roll those, and I am terrible, so it only goes up 1, but that is enough to kill the 6 guy. So they get 3 yellow dice and 3 red dice.
So the terminal counts as a die.
Yep. And I'm apparently good again. 4, 5, 6 dice. So they're going to pass us now and go up to 10.
Alright.
All right, Medic, you're up.
Okay, so I get what? 4 yellow and 2 black.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4,
And then another yellow.
Yep.
Cool.
and then 2 black.
And then mine is to convert 1 yellow to 2 black.
2 blacks, so you can do that. So that's 3 successes.
Yeah.
So we'll go 1, 2, 3, that goes to 9, so 8 will be removed.
Nice.
And now you'll roll 2 yellow and 3 red.
Thanks.
Yep.
Trying to get some blanks.
Oh! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're going up to 17. They are 3 away from winning. So it gets really rough quick.
I've got 4. I can convert a yellow to a red, but I also convert 1 yellow to a black.
Yep.
So that's my 4 and 2. And then I change that in for 1 red and 1 black.
Yep. So you have just turn in 2. So 1 yellow for a red and 1 yellow for a black. So yep, you're good there. And 1 more black. There you go. And you get 1 extra yellow. There you go. Perfect. 1, 2. So we go up to 11. So 10 will be gone. So now it's 1 yellow and 3 red.
Oh,
2.
2.
So we go up to 19. They're 1 away.
You gotta do it, man.
I've seen some miracles this weekend. Roll high. Roll it all.
no. Okay, sweeping attack, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow. 5 yellow, because I have friends.
Yep.
And 5 black. It's okay. I'll
We
just
need it all.
I'll just destroy the entire room.
Can't get it all really at one.
Did you get the extra yellow?
Yep.
Okay.
Nice. Woo!
1, 2, 3, 4 up. So that puts us at 15. So 12.
Oh, wait, can I use my smoke or is that something else?
No, that'd be something else.
Oh, damn.
That's okay. We needed the damage, so that's good.
They roll 1 red.
They rolled 2 red.
Two
So the
red.
terminal and that. So
This could be it.
it could be it. Almost there. See it? Oh, I got the one. On the most lethal die. That was actually a really good roll. So at that point, we actually lost. So we would be captured at that point, and we'd lose the game. If let's say it hadn't happened, and we had successfully gotten to 18, we would then remove the guy on the 18, and they did 6 damage dice. So the way this would work is we'd all take 6 damage, but you get to roll 2 black dice each to find out.
So that's our armor level.
Yeah, so you roll that. So you defend against 1, so you'd only take 5. You
Yep.
take 6. You take 6, and I take 5. Then we would.
Slots us down here, yeah. So
Yep. So
minus 2 CP.
slide it on down, and then we'd all appear here.
And have to move back.
Yeah, so then the enemy would attack, and so the exit for this game is the closest stair, or the mission is the closest stairway. Actually, guys would come in at this point as well, and so we could spend our turn, we could decide if we wanted to just rush out and try to sprint to the stairs with the intel, or we could, you could use medkits on your turn to try and get us to full health before we left. So there's a lot of different strategies there, and it would jump up an entire security level. So now things would even get harder as you go through the last half of the game.
Trying to exit.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's fast. It definitely can get tough when you get to this stage here. So when you are clearing a room, you really want to make sure it's the room you want, or you can take a ton of damage.
So any room you go into with an objective, you'd have to do this.
Yeah.
So the scanner is
It's really good. So scanning and interrogating is the way to go. So you make sure you are going to the room you want. Cool. So yeah, appreciate
Thanks,
you guys
Awesome.
coming out. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Thank you.
appreciate you guys coming out.
All right, guys, so that was it. That is the end of the demo. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did running it. Thanks to every single person that stopped by the booth to get a demo. You guys rock. I had so much fun meeting everybody, sharing some conversations, sharing some thoughts on the games. Getting to see everybody's strategies, it was an absolute amazing time. I really enjoyed the 4 days that I got to spend out in Indianapolis, and I'm really looking forward to next year. I really hope I get to come out and meet you guys all again. Good to see some old faces, see some new faces, so I'm really looking forward to doing some more Gencon, hopefully in 2016. We'll see. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and feel free to share it with your friends as well. We really appreciate that. It helps us out a lot. Also, hit the subscribe button on YouTube so that you guys can actually see the video as soon as we post them. You can always visit us at SnapToCover.com. That's with the number 2. That way you guys can leave some comments. We've got a lot of stuff on there. We've got the Panoptic Gamers podcast. It's a little game theory, and thinking about the different ways that games interact and how they've kind of evolved. So you guys should check out that podcast. We've been doing that for a year now. They just celebrated their 1-year anniversary. You can also check us out on our Facebook and Twitter pages. We're constantly doing one-off pictures of games that we play. We're playing out with friends. Exploding Kittens, for example, we just threw some pictures of us playing some of that. So there's a lot of fun stuff there as well. So thank you again for checking out this video. Thanks to everyone that saw us at Gencon. And until next time, guys, always snap to cover.